Hello Twin Flames and welcome to your daily check-in for Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in the Divine Structure deck for the question today to see what we need to focus this reading on and why. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I am available right now. You can email me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. And later on today, I'm going to be doing a special reading on camera when I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do in your journey to help it run smoother. So check that out later. That's going to be a Twin Flames Let's Talk. So let's see what we need to know today. Now, they are giving me a croaky throat. And what I'm connecting in with is a throat chakra activation. So things are being healed around the throat chakra to bring in communication. Because communication is opening up right now. So if you're finding that you've got pain in your throat or your throat is croaky or, it hurts when you speak or it hurts when you eat or swallow, it's a good thing. Okay, it may not feel good in the moment, but it's a form of ascension. So why are they ghosting you? And what's challenging the connection? Okay, so what I'm really connecting with these cards is that these blocks, these challenges that may be creating a no reply, or they may have blocked you on social media or any other things, they are being released and healed right now. So the first thing is to understand what ghosting is. Okay, when they ghost you, they aren't ignoring you. They're not doing it to hurt you. It may seem that way because you perceive it that way. You feel like they don't care, you don't matter. You feel misunderstood. You feel like you've done something wrong, so we feel vulnerable. And our inner child hurts inside, our ego gets bruised. And then we start struggling and worrying and thinking there's something wrong and overthinking and blowing everything out of proportion. And that's when we can lash out and say things we don't mean and cause problems. The masculines aren't ghosting you, they are working out what to say. They are processing the challenges. They are processing their situation. They're thinking about their feelings for you and how their feelings for you affect their current 3D situation. They're coming up with a plan. They're wanting to give you better news. They're wanting to communicate with you when they know what to say. They know the way they want to say it and they want to be free to be able to follow through on what they feel. So never take it personally. If I could go back in time and give myself one piece of advice, that would be it. Don't take anything personally. They're not ghosting me. It's not about me. It's about them. So remember that. It's not about you. It's about them and their issues and their fears and their insecurities and their struggles and their doubts and their worries and what they are going through. All you have to do is continue being you. If your twin is ghosting you or they've blocked you on social media, it's actually a huge sign that you're doing everything right because you're actually triggering things in them as their perfect mirror that they have to go away and heal and grow from and understand. So it may feel like a challenge or a block when they're ghosting you, but actually it's protection. It's the way that you're protected from heaven. You're maybe being protected from their lower energies. You don't want them communicating with you when they are negative or feeling frustrated or angry because they're going to take that out on you. They're going to project that onto you. They're going to lash out at you. And that's going to make you feel bad. It's not going to make you enjoy the connection between you. So what you see as a challenge a lot of the time is actually protection or an opportunity. Whenever there's no communication, it's an opportunity to connect in a spiritual way, to talk to them through telepathy, through your telepathic link. It's an opportunity to talk to heaven and surrender and give it to God. A lot of the times when the masculines are ghosting you, they are actually teaching you a required lesson on this journey. And that means they are teaching you to trust in the love, teaching you to trust in them to return to you, trusting in your powerful bond and who you are, to believe in yourself. So this isn't your masculine in a nasty way saying, I'm teaching you a lesson by not replying. He's saying from his higher self, I am your greatest teacher. And I'm here to teach you a great lesson right now. That lesson is to have faith in our love, to trust the timing of our love. to understand that I need to be able to communicate with you when I know what I'm doing, when I have a plan, when I can love you the right way and operate in the same energy that you're in a lot of the time, positivity. So what's blocking the connection sometimes is our own mind, the way we view things, the way we see things, the way we perceive things, because we're operating in ego and fear and lack and struggle and worry instead of calm and faith and peace and love and joy. And it just lifts everything up. When you see it in that way, it feels better. Maybe this is that moment for you, that aha moment, that realization where you say, I realize now, I know why it makes sense. And if you go back to any time in the past where you may have needed space, and not necessarily from your twin flame either, but maybe from a friend who was challenging you, or something was coming up and you needed some time to think and process, you'll understand exactly what mindset the masculine is in that moment. So never take it personally. You have not done anything wrong. It's not you, it's them. So what we're going to do is connect with these cards. Now, they've already guided me to a few decks of cards, but I'm going to bring in some other cards as well. So we're going to bring in the Divine Masculine, the Silence, because you want to know what's going on with them in the silence. Why they're ghosting you? What's going on behind the scenes? What's happening? So why are they ghosting you? Cards flew out, okay? Why are they ghosting you? So I'm going to put all the cards that I've got here behind this card so I can see what I'm doing. And what's challenging the connection right now? Same deck of cards. Anything that's jumping out, okay? So I'm popping these behind. Now, I created a new deck not long ago called the Divine Masculine Dark Truths Come to Light. So I'm going to use this deck as well. Why are they ghosting you? And obviously I know there may be some Divine Masculines watching. Maybe your feminine is ghosting you. So this will help too. So it's not the deck of cards. It's the message behind them that matters. Okay, so why are they ghosting you? So a few cards are coming up here. And what's challenging the connection? What's challenging the connection? Here we go. One card at the back and one card sticking out. Now, obviously, I'm aware that some of the challenges are connected with karmic relationships, but not every one of you watching is dealing with a karmic relationship. But you may be dealing with a karmic energy. A karmic energy is something fear-based that they need to release. So I'm also going to bring in the Karmic 101. So why are they ghosting you? Okay, this card tried to jump out there. And these cards as well. This will just give any extra guidance to anyone going through a karmic relationship. And what's challenging the connection. So obviously the karmic relationship may be challenging the connection. But I'm going to channel it and see what else is affecting things, okay? So I'm just going to, and I created this karmic deck as well, if you're wondering what that is. I'm also going to bring in the Angel Numbers Oracle. Now, I was guided to this deck before I even started the reading and shuffled the cards. So, why are they ghosting you right now? Why are they ghosting you? So, cards jumping out. And what's challenging the connection? They're giving me intuitively the word changes in relationships, okay? And obviously, there's going to be changes in relationships to bring you together. Now, I know there's a lot of cards here, but I really feel this reading is going to help today. So bear with me as I shuffle the cards, okay? We're also going to bring in some angel guidance. So I'm going to bring in the angel cards. So why are they ghosting you right now? Okay, let me just shuffle these cards. Here we go. Just shuffling them, just getting them together. They're falling everywhere. There we go. Why are they ghosting you? And what's challenging the connection? I'm waiting for a clear card to jump out, and there it is. And I've got another one sticking out there. And I'm going to finish with the Tarot de Angels, or the Tarot of Angels, the Tarot de Angeles. Okay, so why are they ghosting you? 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 What do you need to know? Why are they ghosting you? There it is, one card. And what's challenging or blocking the connection? One card. That's it, fab. Okay, let's do this then. So we're going to start with why they're ghosting you. So remember, it's not ghosting, it's processing for that. So the first card is we've got Abaddon. Okay, now What I'm connecting with this is the reason they're ghosting you is because they're in a negative vibration. Negativo, okay? Because so, I don't know what language this deck is in, but I'm reading it intuitively. I'm feeling they're having negative thoughts because they have abandonment issues. They have fears of abandonment that are connected with past lives or childhood or maybe a relationship they've been through in the past, and they're afraid. And they ghost you because they sometimes think, well, if I push you away, you're not going to have the opportunity to push me away. If I walk away from you, you're not going to walk away from me first. So the masculines do operate in that too when they are in that negative vibration. So they're ghosting you sometimes because they're in a negative vibration and you're being protected from that. They're ghosting you because they're going through a transformation. Look at this. So through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. So they're ghosting you while they transform into somebody new and become the person that they are meant to be for you. They're ghosting you because you're inspiring them to follow their dreams and they may be feeling like a failure. They may be trying to understand how they can follow their dreams. They may be trying to come up with a plan. So they are ghosting you because you've inspired them. And I know to the logical mind that makes no sense, but to twin flames it absolutely does. They are ghosting you until they can actually come forward and say, yes, I'm ready to follow my dreams. I'm feeling confident enough to do it. And also you light them up inside. So your light sometimes can be very overwhelming, Divine Feminine. Your light can be very blinding. Think about when we go out into the sunlight. We have to take a moment to adjust our eyes. So we may need to put sunglasses on or put a sun hat on or even turn away from the light until we get used to the brightness of it and the energy of it and the warmth. And your masculines can ghost you while they are adjusting to that. So you light them up inside. So again, this is also showing you that you've done nothing wrong. In fact, you've done everything right. They are ghosting you because they are reminding you the lesson of telepathy, the lesson of spiritual connection, that they are always with you. Their heart is always with you, no matter what. So what your twin is saying is, it doesn't matter how much distance is between us, my heart is always with you because we are one. So you're learning to connect with the heart, the feelings, to release any fear and to feel the love in the heart. They are trying to heal insecurities about the way they look. So they may be ghosting you because maybe you've talked about meeting up or talked about coming together in some way, maybe being intimate in some way, and they have insecurities about the way they look. So they need to heal those first. So they may just be a little bit afraid about reaching out because you may want to make a plan. And they may be feeling a bit insecure and not ready to make a plan. So they're dealing with their insecurities about the way they look. And I know that may not make sense to you if you think they look good and see them as amazing. But remember, we all go through insecurities in some way, shape or form. They're ghosting you because they're starting to believe. And that can cause struggle. Because that means, wow, this is real. I've got to change my life. What does this mean for you? What does this mean for me? What does this mean for us? So they go within to process that belief. They start going through signs and synchronicities and it starts getting very overwhelming to them. And they start thinking, what's it all about? So they can ghost you while they start to adjust to this belief. And they may be ghosting you because of financial matters that you may not even be aware of. So they're saying, I'm stressing over finances right now. I want to make sure that I can give to this connection. I want to be able to give what you give. I want it to be more balanced. I don't want to feel like a failure. I don't want to feel like you're always paying for things or buying things or giving to me. I want to give to you too. So your masculine is working out things financially to be able to move forward. And when they're stressing over money, it can cause a lot of stress and struggle and pain. So they don't just ghost you, they isolate themselves until they find a solution. You may not like the real me. So they ghost you because they're afraid again of insecurities, the way they look, and that you may not like them, the real them. Maybe they've been acting in their best self, and then they're thinking, what if you don't like me when I'm in a mood, or what if you don't like me when I'm throwing my socks on the floor, or what if you don't like me for this or that? The silliest things get in their head. So remember, this isn't about you, Divine Feminine, it's about them. They're ghosting you because, again, they're teaching you that lesson to trust them to find their way. They are teaching you that lesson of faith, to trust in them, to trust they'll find their way and they'll reach out in divine timing. And he's saying, I'm not running from you, I'm running from myself. Isn't it silly? And a great way to bring humour into this situation when they are ghosting you is to imagine that they've got, white sheet over their head. Like you see in films, you see people dressed up as ghosts where they've got, a sheet over their head with 2 eye holes. Imagine they're walking around like that. Or imagine they're like a child running away and hiding in a room and slamming the door and, they're in a tantrum. He's saying, I'm not running from you. I'm not ghosting you. I'm running from myself. Isn't it silly? He's also saying, I want to enjoy life with you by my side. So again, he's ghosting you because he knows that his life works better with you in it. And he wants to enjoy life with you by his side. So he's working out a plan on how to free himself from his karmic situation or how to be able to move on. We've also got Sagittarius. So again, the signs here, so you may resonate with the horoscope signs as well, little extra messages. But he also ghosts you because he has a vision. He wants to focus on doing it right. So he's like the archer. He's lining up his bow and arrow to hit the target. The target has been with you. So he's saying, I'm ghosting you because I'm focusing on doing it right. I want to reach out to you at the right time. I want to reach out when I have the right words. I want to reach out to you when I'm in the right energy. And I'm also finding balance. This is really powerful because it's a very shuffled deck and the star signs are coming out. So he's saying, I want to reach out to you when I'm more balanced, when I'm ready to commit to our love. So he may be ghosting you because he may be in a relationship or he may be already committed to another. And he's saying, I want to commit to our love. So I need to find balance and free myself up and go through the karmic ending so I can reach out. He may be ghosting you, but he's still watching you. He said, I'm watching you even if I'm quiet. I'm watching your social media because I'm curious about your life and I want to be back in your life. Watching you helps me to work out if you want that too. So he can be doing this as well if he's been ghosting you or blocking you for a long time and he needs a way back in. So he's trying to decipher if you want him back in your life. So he's watching you to find out what you're doing. And also he's ghosting you because he's going through a heart chakra activation. His heart is opening to higher love. He's experiencing heart pain, heart flutters, heart palpitations, and he's being guided to slow down, rest, and take a moment to think and process, and you might even feel that too. So he's saying he needs to change. He's ghosting you because he needs to change, and he needs to work out how to do that without any outside input from you. He's made up his mind to leave his karmic situation. So he's ghosting you while he deals with that. So remember, you might think, oh my goodness me, he's ghosting me, it's a bad thing, when it's actually the best thing that could happen because he's actually getting a plan into place how to leave his karmic partner. He's ghosting you because he wants to sit down with the karmic partner and talk it all out once and for all. So he needs to get into the right mindset to do that because the outcome of that may be chaos and drama and struggle. And also because he wants to sit down with you and talk it all out with you once and for all. So he's also trying to find the right words and the right time and work out how he can do this. He's saying to the karmic partner, it's always been her and it always will be. So he may be struggling and ghosting you because he realises he feels guilt. He feels guilt because it's always been you. He's in love with you. He wants to share his life with you and he needs to work out what to do about his situation. He's ghosting you because he doesn't want to hurt you. He wants to stay away while he's lying to people and dealing with negativity and stress. And he wants to tell you the truth. So he wants to be able to tell you the truth about his situation and where he is in his life and his mind and in his heart. So he's waiting for the right time. But he also may be ghosting you because he's afraid of hurting the karmic partner. He doesn't want to lie anymore. And that means telling that person the truth. So he's dealing with that before he reaches out to you. He's ghosting you because you may be living separate lives and he's struggling with that. Now, this is a karmic card, so it's really saying, that him and the karmic partner are living separate lives. But the way I'm channeling this is, he's living separate lives from you. He's living in one place, you're living in another, and it may be causing him pain. And he wants to do something about that. So he's ghosting you again to find a plan. And he's saying, I'm not feeling it anymore. So he's ghosting you because he needs to work out what he's feeling. And this doesn't mean he's not feeling it with you anymore. It means he's not feeling it with his job, his karmic situation, his life, and he needs to work out what that means. And the angels are reminding you in this time when he's ghosting you to keep believing in your dreams and to release the ego and the fears around the ego because that holds you back, and instead to follow your true path. So he's ghosting you while he releases the ego and the fears he's going through so he can follow his true path, which always leads to you, and to believe in his dreams. So also while he's ghosting you, he's going to be dreaming about you very powerfully. And that's what you need to know. Wow. Now, what's challenging the connection or blocking the connection? So again, very similar energies coming out here. So the message from Archangel Michael is, the path is clear. So whatever's challenging the connection is actually being moved out of the way. The path is clear. So remember, you may see a challenge or a block, but it's actually an opportunity. So it's all about perception. So Archangel Michael is saying the path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. So instead of seeing this as a block or a challenge, see it as an opportunity for growth and transformation because the blocks are being removed. And Archangel Raphael is coming through as well, saying, feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. So whenever there seems to be a challenge or a block, try and see it in a higher way through a place of love, not fear. And Archangel Raphael will help you to do that by offering you healing and solace, saying to you, the storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. All you need to do is trust. And we've got principles coming through with Hamiel. Now, what I'm feeling with this is I'm really connecting with principles. Again, remember, I'm channeling this card. So you may think, oh, he doesn't say that, Liz. I'm channeling the message. So the message I'm channeling here is there may be principles. There may be things that need to be sorted out first. The masculine, remember, is going through an ego death. And they need to go through that to be able to come out the other side. So they are going through a resurrection. So the challenges and the blocks happen. The delays create the way to bring in a resurrection. Now, there may be a challenge because of a change in a family situation. This could be a baby. It could be a loss. Maybe there's a loved one who's passed over or someone may be in the transition period. There could be changes within the family situation right now. Kids could be leaving home. Maybe they're waiting for kids to grow up. There's things going on. Remember, whatever the challenge seems to be, there's nothing to fear. Replace that fear with faith and know that it will work out beautifully. You must trust the universe. So whenever there seems to be a block or a challenge or a delay, you're being reminded by heaven to have faith, to trust the universe, to know that you are supported as you change things in your life. And that will lead to a celebration when you'll look back and say, wow, I did it. We did it. We got there. And that's exactly why I created the Twin Flames in Union Oracle, because of that fact. So, when I channeled this, I connected with that energy. That, wow, we got there, we finally did it, and you will too. The reason there may be a challenge is because they didn't intend to hurt you. So they may be licking the wounds or releasing guilt around hurting you. And they also have a lot on their mind, and it's best that they are left alone. This is another reason they ghost you. You don't owe me anything, or you don't own me, so stop thinking you do. So maybe there's this feeling where they want to do things their way. And this is really a karmic energy anyway. So the karmic partner may be trying to own them or push them or manipulate them or control them in some way. And they need to release that first before they reach out. I stay for the wrong reasons, I know that now. Now, these are karmic cards, so the masculine is coming to terms with their karmic relationship being for the wrong reasons. I stay for the wrong reasons, I know that now. That could be financial reasons, it could be connected with children, it could be because of their own lifestyle or fear. And he said, I have to put myself first. And I'm spending more time working because I don't want to spend time with a karmic partner. Or I don't want to spend time with other people right now. I just need time to think. Thank you for teaching me where I needed to learn. So obstacles, blocks, and lessons happen to teach you what you need to learn. Both of you, not just the masculine, but the feminine too. And the masculine is coming to terms during the delay that they want to be a good parent, but they can't do that here. So if there's kids, if there's children involved, they need to be able to be free so they can actually give their kids the best life. There may be a block or an obstacle while they understand the journey. They may be trying to understand what twin flames are and what the power of this amazing love is. And they may be flirting with you, and you may see there as a block because you think, are we ever going to go forward? Is it ever going to be more than this? And he's saying, I'm flirting with you because I want you. You excite me. I get turned on when we connect in this way. And that can sometimes cause a block because then he goes into fear about the way he looks and if you'll like him and all these things. There's a block or a delay because they fear change. I'm afraid of change and the impact it will have on my life. So he goes through fear. I'm afraid of change. I'm waiting for the right time. And I'm communicating with you through music. So because this card's come up, I'm going to bring in my music deck. I'm communicating with you through music. So during the delays, the blocks and the obstacles, what are they communicating with you through music? Here we go. To change your perception, because everything can be a catalyst to union on this journey. So you must rise above the situation, the ghosting, the blocks, the obstacles, and see the bigger picture. Stand tall like a giraffe and see with the eyes of love. There is a reason for everything that happens in your life. Your masculine is saying to you, even if I'm blocking or ghosting you, it will always be you. I'm not ignoring you, divine feminine. I'm working out what to say. I'm not ghosting you. I'm working out what to say. I'm still working it out. Give me time because you make me happier and healthier. So why am I running? I feel like a fool. So they feel like a fool and they have to heal that. A lot of them are hurting inside because of core wounds and struggles, and they need time alone to deal with that. And also they need time because they're researching the connection, and so are you. So you're both learning and growing during these times. And this card just moved on top of the deck. Look at this. I can't talk right now. They're ghosting you, or there's a delay or a block because they can't talk right now. That could be because they're busy at work. It could be because of the karmic partner. Maybe the phone's broke. Or it could just be the truth that they don't know what to say and the words won't come out. So the message is, let me contact you when I do have the right words, when I do know what to say, because I don't want to mess this up. So don't let them mess it up by rushing them or forcing them or coaxing them into messaging you. Just let them come towards you in their own time. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.